Hey everybody, quick garage update of what's coming to the channel. I got some pretty exciting news. My most powerful stock car I've ever owned is coming to the channel in just a couple weeks. Before I get to that, you probably guess what that car is. Quick update on the garage. 765 LT Spire, that's staying. I would have loved to have replaced this with the McLaren 788 HS. The story is, I just didn't get picked. There was a lot of back and forth between dealers and McLarens and all that kind of stuff, and you know, what you needed to buy and all that stuff. I know people were getting the 788s who didn't have to buy any like current McLarens like Arturas or be part of the racing program. Overall, it doesn't look like I'm getting one. There's a slight chance, tiny chance that it could happen. But as of right now, no 788 HS for me. I just wasn't picked. There's only 200 cars. Maybe only half of that is coming to the US. So 50 Spiders and 50 Coupes coming to the US. I did do a video on that while I was at the Goodwood Festival of Speed. I'll drop a link down in the description if you missed that, and you can check out my inside look at the McLaren 788 HS. But still, McLaren, I'd really love to do a Napier Green 7088. So if something's available, hit me up. I'd love it. Mazda RX-7, that's staying. Don't drive it much. I probably need to get some service done on that. Temerario right here, you haven't seen a lot on the channel because it's just ultra hot out in South Florida right now. It's like 90 degrees. The cars are not going to perform very well. No one wants to rent the drag strip or anything these days. So I will hope to, as soon as the weather cools off, do some performance testing on the Temerario and go for the record. Pretty sure this car is going to run just what the Revuelto did, well into the 9s, probably like a 9.4. Now, at Car Week, they are unveiling a new Lamborghini Revuelto SV. I believe I can get one of those, so it's going to be decision time if I want to get rid of the Temerario for the Revuelto SV. Out in Car Week, I'll do a video on it and then decide if it's worth ordering. Over to the Porsche Turbo S. Still waiting for a 2026 Turbo S Coupe allocation, so any Porsche dealers or anyone out there that wants to give me an allocation at MSRP. This car, given how much the 26 has gone up in price, is probably worth well more than I paid. And maybe it's just a good idea just to keep the Turbo S. The Turbo S hybrid in 2026 really is not that much faster, but I hope to test one out at the drag strip soon. Up top, we can't forget about the 2005 Ford GT. Just an amazing car, never selling that. I was picked for the second round application for the Ford Mustang GTD and was invited to go do some hot laps as a passenger of that if I'm ready to configure that. I'm waiting to see if Ford comes out with their GTD competition, which they set that new record at the Nürburgring, before I make any decisions on that. But if a GTD is already in the $500,000 range, I wonder what this special edition coupe cost. It could be $800,000 is what I'm hearing some rumors on. Now on to the big news, the big garage update. I am getting a Corvette ZR1X, a 2027. I finally was able to get an order in at MSRP with a dealer, and it's ended up being a 2027, so the prices went up quite a bit. I mean, a 2027 ZR1X is probably on average $25,000 more than the 2026. But listen, I'm not complaining. I'm super happy to get my own ZR1X because I've been basically racing all my friends out for the last few months. So right now, I'm gonna go over with a complete spec of my Corvette ZR1X. Before we get to the rest of the video, I want you to check out the new dash cam I got for the Lamborghini Temerario. It's the Bots-Lab G980H 4-channel dash cam. We got 3K in the front, 1080p in the back, and 2 channels left and right. We got it mounted right up in here, and you can see the front camera and the back. You just double tap to switch between the views, and the other 2 channels come with these modules that you just snap on depending if you want 3 or 4 channels. You just take this and pop it in right there. Got the other one right here, and just pop this in. You can actually move the angles any which way you want. One of the most flexible dash cams I've seen, which actually lets you angle the left and the rear as such. Having 4 channels is essential because you get 560 degrees of full protection. There's also an app that connects over high-speed Wi-Fi where you can view live images from the dash cam and play back your clips. It includes GPS data and speed as well, so you can see exactly what's going on. You can also adjust all the settings of the dash cam from your phone. Here's some footage from the front cam. Look how easy it is to read the license plate in the full 3K. Pulling up on these 3 cars here, you can read all 3 license plates across the wide angle views here. Here's some footage from the left cam. You can see me driving, super clear as well. Here's the right hand side. You can see that car in the back there in case something happened there. And of course, you got the rear camera as well, looking at the back of the Temerario here. This also has great nighttime footage with an f1.8 aperture. It's got voice control, also because collision detected recording, 24/7 parking monitor, as well as smart emergency pre-recording. Again, special thanks to Bots Labs for sponsoring this video. I'll put a link down in the description for a special drag times discount. Okay, so here we go. We're on the 2027 Corvette ZR1X configured. We're gonna go with the coupe. Price starts at $227,000. Again, that is like a $15,000 or $16,000 increase from last year. So we'll go with the coupe and we'll go on next here. Let's start with the exterior. Oh, no, we got to choose the options. Definitely get the 3LZ. This includes a lot of extra features. It's a no-brainer for the extra, $10,000, $11,000 right there. On to the exterior. I've already got yellow. I've already got gray. So I'm going to go bright red for this drag racing monster. Now, as I said before, carbon wheels were on restriction, so I can save the $16,000 from getting that. I did kind of think about doing the diamond cut wheels, but I ended up going, when you look at this kind of from an outside view, it just looks like silver, and I decided to go with just the carbon flash painted black wheels. I think that definitely looks wild with the torch red and the black wheels. Scrolling down here, went with the red brake calipers. That's $795. Believe it or not, red is a free color, so we don't have to pay for that. As we scroll down, there's some more options right here. I did want stripes. There's a ton of different striping options down here with all these different. I just want the plain carbon flash stripes with no pinstripe or anything on the sides there. So that's what we got so far, looking with the stripes all around the car in the top-down version right there. Next up, let's see what else we got. Move on to the interior. I want, if we scroll down, to start with the competition sport seats. So we'll click on that. And then I did the custom interior set here with the Alcantara, which adds the microfiber steering wheel adrenaline red stitching. What I like about this is the interior's got a little bit of red and red stitching. It's not this crazy, completely red typical Corvette interior, and the seat parts here are Alcantara, which really holds you in the seat, and the side pieces are leather. This also right here is Alcantara on the dash and all the way up in here with the red stitching, which I think looks really good as well. I did add the red seat belts for another $595. So I think if we scroll to this view here, you can see we got the red seat belts, the red trim, Alcantara all in here and on the dash and on the center console. And of course, when you get this custom package, you have to add the $895 carbon steering wheel with the Alcantara sides right here. And it comes with the red stitching and the 12 o'clock marker right there on the steering wheel. Right now, we're up to $247,000 before we add some more options. The options list is extensive. The first one here is the ZTK Track Performance Package. I did not go with that because I don't want the Cup 2R tires. They're just terrible on the street. They're really only meant for hard track use. Terrible for drag racing. They don't get hot enough. So I skipped that. It's only $1,500. That's basically probably the price of the tires. This does come with a little bit different suspension, but definitely not worried about that. On to the carbon fiber aero package. I did add this because it really adds to the car a lot. If I go back to the exterior here, you can see when we add this, I love the big wing, the front canards and splitters and so forth. Really just makes the car look pretty wild. And of course, if we're drag racing, I could just remove the rear wing in about 5 minutes. So the car really served two purposes, track use and drag strip use. So there's the top view with the carbon fiber. Now we'll go back down to the rest of the options here. We added that for $13,000, now up to $260,000. Skip this. I did want the lug nuts in black to match the wheels. That's $320. I did want the mirrors in black. That adds to the look as well. You can get carbon fiber mirrors, but it was like $1,300, and they're just like snap-on pieces on top, so I can always get that later on. So the new look will have those carbon fiber mirrors on the sides. There's some badging options here. This is an important one here. The body color carbon fiber split window trim. That puts this in the body color instead of all black. So when you click on that, now when we look at the back here, instead of this being all blacked out, you got this really cool red interior, red center part, and that really accentuates the split window in the back here. So now we got the stripes, the black roof, the carbon fiber aero package, the black wheels, coming along real nicely with that and the exterior. There are some other options that I did pick on here as we go down the list. I believe I got the, I wanted the interior kind of stealth package, which blacks out the interior trim pieces. Normally this is like a bright silver. So I'm going to click on that, add $695 to that. The stitching came included with that one package I got. I did want the carbon fiber trim on the inside, but not the full $5,000 package. The level 2 is $5,200 and includes this center console, which makes the car a little plasticky. So I didn't want that. And I also liked that that was an Alcantara. So I picked the carbon fiber interior trim for $1,795. There's a lot of crazy stuff here. You can do red carpeted trunk liners for $2,000 and some other things here. I skipped all that. And then we got the battery tender. And of course, the last option here, we need the front lift with the memory. That's another $3,000. And that pretty much completes the total spec. So if I go to the exterior view here, you can see we got the black wheels, red calipers. You can see the red bits of the interior peeking out a little bit. You got the black stripes, the carbon fiber aero package, the blacked out mirrors instead of that being red. I could do this carbon fiber because it would match the wing and so forth. I might think about changing that later on, but for right now, that's what the spec was entered in. Here's a side view here. Here's a back view. The exhaust tips are in black as well. Another side view, and then this top-down view just looks kind of wild. Going on to the inside, we can check out what we did. Again, you got the little bit of carbon fiber out in that package was this left pieces, and then around the gauges here as well. But leaving out of this carbon fiber here, so this piece is carbon fiber. I really didn't like it all in here. It makes it look a little bit plasticky. Get some other views of the interior here. Alcantara, red stitching, red seat belts. Of course, you got the 3 screens from the 2027 and another picture of the carbon fiber pieces on the seats. And of course, the competition seats are in here as well. So there is the ZR1X spec. Comes in at $267,750. And if we look at the summary of all the options, we can get a kind of, so you can actually click on each of these things to bring it down and see what we got. Got the $795 for the calipers, the racing stripes, red seat belts, bucket seats, carbon fiber steering wheel. We got the mirrors, we got the lug nuts, the stitching, the interior stealth package, the body colored window, $1,000, interior carbon trim, $1,800. Oh, there it is. There's a gas guzzler tax on there for $2,600 as well. The front lift with memory, almost $3,000, and the big number here is this $13,000 for the ZR1X carbon fiber aero package. Now, if I did get the carbon wheels, this would be like another, $14,000 for those wheels. I'm actually thinking of going maybe with a custom set of signature magnesium wheels because I believe they're almost as light as carbon fiber, but a lot more durable, and I can pick my own design. Let me know in the comments what you think of my ZR1X spec. Torch red, black stripes, black wheels, red and black interior, carbon fiber bits inside, and the full carbon fiber aero package outside. Skipping the ZTK because I don't want those Cup 2 tires. And of course, now I have a red ZR1X, a silver ZR1, and I'm actually keeping my yellow Z06. So I went from no Corvettes to 3 Corvettes in just a matter of 3.5 years. As always, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up, helps the video in the channel. And I'm out to Monterey Car Week, and we'll be doing some videos there. And when I get back, just a few weeks later, I should be taking delivery of the ZR1X. Thanks for watching.